And obviously there's also the side of body acceptance, which is coming. What do you feel on that? What's your views on kind of, body acceptance being bigger and kind of accepting that? Or should they still be making effort to, be more healthy?
It's a good question with a lot of controversy.
Of course.
I think, so the basis is that everything should come from not judgment and no shaming. Because if you judge and shame someone, they will binge, for example. It's very common, people that have binge eating disorder, like they call it the childhood wound of shame. They were shamed when they were little. So you make a joke on them, they smile, and then they go back home and they binge. So it shouldn't come from shame and guilt. And I'm sure that many of the people that, are, in the, if you talk about, again, I don't want to offend anyone, but in the medical obese category, I'm sure they would see advantages, many of them. I cannot speak for all of them. They would see advantages of losing weight, but it's hard for them. So yes, I think they would see benefits from, taking care of their physical health, but mental health comes first. And I think it starts with, working on your therapy, working on your childhood and everything. So this is for the end of the spectrum. But then also body acceptance is about those people that have a bit of, like me, like a bit of fat, but it's it's not unhealthy, it doesn't cause health diseases. And this, I think in the 90s and 2000s, it was very you shouldn't have this. So now people are accepting it more and more, which is
a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely different body types and more natural and trying to get representation of that. Out.
And I've discussed actually with few men, and they say, whatever you're interested in, men or women, but I feel they say men, they like women with more fat.
With curves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And women, they think, no, I need to be thin and thin and thin and thin,
Exactly. So it's a misconception. Yeah. And I think, people say it's a lot of things to do with maybe things being kind of photoshopped and unrealistic ideals, that people want.
Yeah. And it all boils down, I think, to, for me, 80% is childhood. Because I feel if you received the love of your parents, if your parents thought you were beautiful, whatever you were, however you were, I think it would solve a big, big, big issue.